Simmons on the show.
Set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that way.
Here's Leonard, following the score by Zubac. Count that one.
And for mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now here's Westbrook. Cauley-stien trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Westbrook.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find it. Himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Mitchell, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Westbrook. In the corner, Ibaka with it. Back to Westbrook. There's the three. And Kanter pulls it down. Here's Vancouver with the ball. Here's Mitchell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
And the first one at the line is good. Right nowadays, teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
And Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
And so he makes both from the line.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's Westbrook to end the run. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Here's Mitchell. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Goes up from the top of the key. Again, Mitchell missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Doncic dishes to Westbrook. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. Westbrook's got 5.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now here's Leonard. Kanter kicks to Bledsoe. Outside, markkanen. Shot clock at 6. And it's Mitchell missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Vancouver, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Pass to Leonard. Here's Kanter. Back to Leonard. Kicks it out to Mitchell. It's good from long range. Mitchell's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Vancouver.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Markkanen against Doncic. And that one, good.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Down low, here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Doncic passes to Westbrook. Jacks up a 3. Vancouver pulls it in.
And facing a squad that poses some challenges. I mean, they beat them in the playoffs, but lost the regular season series.
Bledsoe with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Three-pointer, Markkanen, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
A three-pointer, Wiggins. That one misses. So Vancouver will take it the other way. Inside, and Markkanen throws it down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Now here's Westbrook. Boy, he just hasn't been able to get his shot to fall. There's the feed to Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Westbrook's got his third bucket of the night.
They get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up.
Pass to Kanter. Bledsoe against Westbrook. Mitchell is double. Here's Kanter. That one falls.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
Now here's Bledsoe, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. With his first shot attempt, no good from Bledsoe.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Another miss by Westbrook. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things, and now his judgment is off, too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Passes it to markkanen. Vancouver working the ball around now. The pass to Mitchell. Fires for three. Ibaka with the rebound. 33% here in the first quarter. Westbrook scanning the floor. Doncic outside. Pass to Ibaka. For three, Westbrook. Vancouver pulls it in. Leonard's got his fifth rebound in this one.
Well, until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Mitchell finds markkanen. Over Wiggins. Markkanen can't get it to go.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him. I mean, affecting the shot.
Wiggins passes to Westbrook. Doncic outside. Dishes it to Cauley-stien. Westbrook fires away from outside. And it's Westbrook again missing. Vancouver leading by 13. Here's Mitchell. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
So Vancouver ends up going with a new group. House kicks the ball. Plumlee against Gasol. 6 to shoot. They need this one. And Paschall pulls it down. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
Gasol, the bounce pass. Pass to Green from downtown. Traps in the tray.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now here's Plumlee. He kicks it to Graham. Here's Paschall. Good for 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
House. No good on that one. Great D that time from Hood. Vancouver leading by 12. 1:46 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Nunn. No points in the game yet for him. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Plumlee against Gasol. Out to Hood. 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. Green with the rebound. And a lowly 30% to start this game out. To the middle. Here's Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
Nunn passes to Hood. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Gasol.
Impressive athleticism from Hood right there. He understands when to use his speed and length, just like right there.
The first one falls.
The key for Hood is consistency. Now he's an established player. He has the tools needed to be a solid scorer in this league.
Both free throws good from Hood. 55 seconds left to play here in the first. Outside, Green. Passes it to House. Top of the key. And it goes down 2 points. 36 seconds left here in the first quarter. Nunn passes to Plumlee. There's the pass to Nunn. Shot clock at 5. They get it again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
For Vancouver, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
Man, they are just living at the line.
And here is Ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pull up Jay.
A very active player. It's fantastic watching Ball work hard to disrupt his man's concentration.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Vancouver. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Back right after this. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, and straight the floor, making.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complimentary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And when you consider how Vancouver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. And Vancouver, looking at who they've got. We've got Plumlee, and it's Nunn in at the point. A lot of good 6 men out there, Chris. Coming off the bench, who are some of the bigs that make the biggest impact?
Well, don't sleep on Enes Kanter. I mean, he can get your buckets in a hurry, and he attacks the boards with force. That's why I love him. Don't forget about Little Sabo. He has Hall of Fame DNA, and he's making his own name for himself. That's right, Sabonis out there in Indiana. You love the way he comes off the bench, such a steady force. He can do everything for you, so he can replace your 3, 4, or 5 because of his skill set. Pick and pop, post up, shoot, and he'll dunk on you as well.
Good details. That one misses. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
Ball. Plumlee with some nice D.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Here's Nunn. And Gasol sends it back.
You got to be wary of Gasol. I mean, he's good at using his length to turn away shots.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Stripped away. Graham surveying the floor. Here's Nunn. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Rejected by Gasol. And here comes House, leading the fast break. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Graham, the pass to Plumlee. Pass to Nunn. 13 feet away. Goes back up. He doesn't hit that one. Excellent D there from Williams. Green inside. Graham defending. And it's good. 2 points. Green's got 5. And so Graham will bring it up for Vancouver. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Paschall. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He feeds it to Hood. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count the basket. And Vancouver leads by 8.
And confidence is a key for Hood. I mean, he makes shots like this. It should only help his assertiveness moving forward.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Pass the ball. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. And Gasol slams it in.
Look, with his size, with his strength, with his brain, there's no reason Gasol shouldn't be able to dominate the game offensively.
It'll be Vancouver with their first time out of the game here.
As he enters his mid-30s, Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Gasol made a total of 12 3-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
And he knocks down the first one. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
Yeah, I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. Some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Now Mitchell, after Westbrook's missed 3, bucket is good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And it's off the back rim, no good.
And he had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. He hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not giving the ball up. He's passing with a purpose, and it's leading to scores.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Westbrook after Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago. Left side, Ibaka. It doesn't go for him. Here's Vancouver with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Leonard, the pass to Bledsoe. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Bledsoe's got his first points of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni.
And he's been trying to do it all himself, and it's not working. Instead of forcing shots, he's got to focus on moving the ball and keeping everybody involved.
Cauley-stien, he's checked in for Gasol.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Coming off a terrific season, putting in about 26 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
Yeah, he's willing to take on the scoring load, and he's more than capable of delivering.
For 3, Westbrook. Vancouver pulls it in.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
And Portland just 35% so far. That's tipped. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got his second basket of the night.
Well, and in terms of size, that's a mismatch he'll exploit every time, especially inside.
Back to markkanen. And markkanen throws it down.
Giving his height, markkanen makes dunking look second nature. Got to keep him away from the rim.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Doncic finds Cauley-stien.
Yeah, well, Willie Cauley-stien, I mean, last season was his best by far. He was showing the effort and finishing that made him such a high pick in 2015.
First trip to the line for him here.
and not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And that one falls for Cauley-stien.
And the defensive specialist, Cauley-stien, is an effective part of this rotation. Now, he must evolve his offensive game more.
And so he hits both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Bledsoe dishes to Kanter. Bledsoe passes to Markkanen. Over Ibaka. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And for Cauley-stien, the improvement, Chris, was across the board.
Yeah, he was playing about the same amount as the year before, but it was just more impactful. I mean, he's much more tenacious on the glass, finishing better at the rim. Everything you wanted to see from him.
Kanter finds Leonard. Leonard draws the double. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball.
Doncic against Mitchell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. What do you think about some of the most powerful dunks, Chris? The tomahawk jam reigning supreme. Do you prefer the one-handed or the two-handed jam?
Oh, man.
You did both so well.
You know what? I prefer a body-to-body dunk on you. Like the you would post it over Logic back in the day. Oh, my goodness. Off the two. Or how about Jordan playing against Atlanta when he pump fakes it with one hand like he's going to shoot it, goes down the lane and dunks on Tree Rollins. Just incredible. Or Blake Griffin dunking on anyone. Or Giannis dunking on anyone. Or Embiid dunking on anyone. Or how about LeBron dunking on anyone? So, me, I just want the showmanship. Doesn't matter if it's one hand, two hands, two legs, one leg, 360, or straight body to body. Just give me something.
Yeah,
give me something.
I like that. And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Now here's Cauley-stien. Now Westbrook. Vancouver pulls it in. Kanter's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Markkanen and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
With smooth mechanics and a soft touch, Markkanen is dangerous inside. Yeah, and with Lauri Markkanen, you know you're going to get shooting from his spot. Great release and has been efficient from range since his rookie year.
And Chris, with Markkanen, the shooting frees up the rest of his offensive game.
Yeah, and he's better than you think at going to the rim. He doesn't blow by anyone, but has the length and the hops on his drives to get a solid look while on the move.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 8. Over Bledsoe. They get it back. Doncic. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Westbrook against Bledsoe. And Kanter throws it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Outside Westbrook. The dish now to doncic. Left side Ibaka. Doncic trying to get open. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by doncic.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Leonard on the wing. To the paint. And Kanter throws it down.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Kicks it out to Wiggins. From 12 feet out, and he drops that one in.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Bledsoe passes to Markkanen. Over Ibaka. Markkanen against Ibaka. Clock at 6. Markkanen dishes to Mitchell. Offline with his three. Getting a meager 37% for the game. 1:44 left to play here in the half. Outside Westbrook. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's foul number 2 for him. Vancouver making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. Vancouver leading by 17. Mitchell outside. From outside the arc. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Ball with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. One and done at UCLA. How about second overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
No good on that one. Ray, you talk about the hype for Lonzo Ball and the pressure. Do you think that creates an additional challenge for a young player?
Yeah, he's scuffled at times, but I think the future remains very bright for that young man.
Here's Nunn. Pass to Leonard. Lets it go from 14. And the shot goes in. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Doncic outside. Vancouver pulls it in. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Leonard. Bank shot. No good. 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. It's good. And it's 9 points for Luka Doncic.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Here's Nunn. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shoots from the elbow, and he hits the jump shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
And we see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
From deep three-point. Oh, he hit it! He hit it!
What a great shot! Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Well, every once in a while, a prayer like that somehow finds the net.
And it's Vancouver. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. While you have grown so much offensively throughout your career, what's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking out open make shots, ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 18 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
It was just Donovan Mitchell imposing his will. Physically gifted, coachable, and the man works tirelessly. So much heart in this game.
Shaq, let's get your... And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. We've got Russell Westbrook. Ibaka is out there with Wiggins. Then it's Willie Cauley-stien. And it's Doncic in at the 2 spot. A lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. To the inside, Ibaka. And that one is off. Excellent D there from markkanen. Vancouver leading by 15. Vancouver working the ball around now. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
That free throw good from Leonard. And here's Westbrook. 3-pointer. He's off on that one. So Vancouver will take it the other way. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. A floater and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Russell Westbrook. For Vancouver, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Free throw dropped for Mitchell. And Mitchell drops them both. Now here's Westbrook. The tray. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 8 rebounds in this game.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive.
And it's Westbrook missing.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Russell Westbrook. Great showing for him last season. 1st in assists, 4th in steals, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Vancouver.
Outside Leonard. Bledsoe outside. Cauley-stien grabs the board. Gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Outside Westbrook. Kicks it out to Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. Connects from three-point range. Wiggins has got 5 now.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
The pass to Kanter. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. For 3, Westbrook. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Luka Doncic. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first, I think it's adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys. And so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned. And for me, this was big from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves. And just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next. And you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. Here's Westbrook from out on the wing. He knocks it down. Westbrook's got 10 points in the game.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Westbrook against Bledsoe. 13 feet away. Westbrook with the bucket. He's got 12.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Lets the 3 fly. Westbrook missing again.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
That one drops for him.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Doncic feeling it out. Over Mitchell. Good D by Mitchell. For Vancouver, they've gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Being a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Here's Doncic. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
Bledsoe against Westbrook. Bledsoe kicks to Leonard. Off target with his 3. Being under 40% all in all for the game. Leonard with the steal. Here's Bledsoe. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 12 points for Eric Bledsoe.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Here's Westbrook. And no good that time. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. Kicks it out to Leonard. Nailed from three-point land. Leonard's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him and get that lead even bigger.
Doncic against Mitchell. Vancouver pulls it in.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Back to Bledsoe. Gasol with the steal. Now Westbrook. He's got 14. Off target from three-point range.
Can't quite find his three-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half, but still none since the break.
And busting it up the floor, Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Westbrook with it. To halt the run. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. Gasol against Mitchell. Some solid defense from Gasol. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Westbrook missing again.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration at times.
And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
And pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Wiggins passes to Westbrook. Left side Gasol. And it's denied. Leonard with no one around. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Westbrook finds Doncic. The teardrop falls in. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
And it's Mitchell missing. Around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Wiggins against Leonard. Pass to Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Vancouver pulls it in. Mitchell's got 5 rebounds tonight. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Doncic kicks to Wiggins. Outside Gasol. He dishes it to Wiggins. Shoots over Leonard. Kept alive. Ibaka shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
And Markkanen throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Looking to get back on track here. Westbrook, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around. I mean, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Pass to Bledsoe. To the middle. And Kanter throws it down.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Westbrook against markkanen, and it's blocked.
A step in the right direction. Markkanen must continue to make these kinds of efforts on defense.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Vancouver. Mitchell outside. Doncic with the steal. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Puts it up from 15, and the shot goes in. Doncic has got 20.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Doncic against Mitchell. Inside, Kanter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That free throw missing. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's Vancouver opening up a huge gap. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Rodney Hood, and it's Plumlee in at the center. 6 to shoot. Williams kicks the ball. It's deflected. Here's Nunn. Regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic. Even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories, whether you're talking about the Vlade Divas or the Sabos that came into the game, and even if you go to Marshall Dirk Nowitzki, yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to them, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
Here's Graham. That shot off. Great D that time from Green. Kicks it to Williams. House the pass to Williams, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And one thing Williams has, a lot of natural strength. You can play him physical, but most of the time he's going to win that battle.
And that one falls for Williams. And with the likely return of prep-to-pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college and a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Here's Nunn. Lays it up and kicks it in.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
And it's sent back by Plumlee. In transition, here comes Vancouver. Out to Hood. There's the triple. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's House. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Nunn passes to Graham. Vancouver working the ball around now. Here's Nunn. With the teardrop, and it's good on the way in.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Dishes it to Green. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Now here's Hood. Defense right on him.
Out of bounds.
So it's the visitors now. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Passes to Clemens. Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. And I got a chance to play home in Detroit. It was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game. Eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet. Plumlee dishes to Graham. And the pass to Paschall. Here's Nunn, covered by Cephalosha. Rocket 6. Fires from 14. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got 6 in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Green passes to Williams. Here's Clemens. And Paschall pulls it down. For Vancouver, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Nunn passes to Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing out there. Fakes the shot and zips the pass over for a wide open look.
Chris, it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league could find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
Now here's Hood. Defense is right there. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, the awareness on display. Hood just isn't a good scorer. He's also skilled at getting into his open teammates.
Knocks it loose. Here's Williams. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. And so Graham will bring it up for Vancouver. Over to the wing. He kicks it to Hood. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Plumlee, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And here we go. Here's Nunn, and he kicks off the fast break with a monster slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Here's House. The shot off that time. Plumlee with some nice D. Hood, the pass to Graham. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Outside, Green. Pass to Cephalosha. Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys any year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on a contract or getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like a Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract, and those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time, but the most valuable player continues to be the top.
From 14, and the jumper is on the mark.
One of his go-to shots. I mean, so smooth and comfortable firing from these in-between spots.
Here's Clemens. It's tipped. Here's Nunn. Pass to Hood. Here's Green. Vancouver pulls it in. Paschall's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Graham kicks to Hood. Passes it to Nunn. 5 to shoot. Plumlee in the high post. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Vancouver.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Leonard.
He's had an effect on every part of this game, a triple-double. What more can you say? It's been a one-man show. Today was a good day.
Nene, he's checked in for Williams. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and Chris, music. Do you think it's always been this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow, they have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
Yeah.
Green dishes to Nene. Good.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Plumlee. And again, it's Vancouver missing. Up and in on the layup.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
So it's Vancouver picking up the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really...
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is...
Talking My Team, and there's still time to qualify for the My Team Unlimited Tournament. We have tips, strategies, and important updates to help you take on that $250,000 prize. We have our Winter Madness MVPs, and you vote for the top play of winter. Welcome to NBA 2K TV. We hope you are having a happy new year. And with the new year comes the first NBA 2K competition of 2020. And it's the My Team Unlimited Tournament. It's kicking off on January 25th. So this week, we're going to tell you how you can get qualified to take home that $250,000 that everyone wants. So here's the 2K TV My Team panel. Take it away, Sasha.
Thanks, Alexis. I'm Sasha, joined by our 2K TV correspondent, Blake.
Hey, Sasha.
Hey. And my team producer, Robbie.
What's going on?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And on tap tonight, it's Vancouver going up against Boston. Looking at Boston, they'll be up for this game, facing the team that defeated them in the conference semis last season. This is one they've been waiting for. And the trend continues, Shaq. Some first-round rookies being asked to play big roles early on.
You know, player development has changed quite a bit. You know, the organization...
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the... And here's what the schedule for Vancouver...
that back, Turbo.
Robbie, what did you see from the Cards in last month's qualifier?
Well, it's kind of becoming a tier change. The thing that was most used was the Pink Diamond Token Rewards West Unsub. That had the highest win percentage of any of the people who qualified. So it's interesting to know people are going through the token rewards and seeing which players work best for them. They're some of the best cards in the game, and it makes sense. At the same time, we're going to be seeing a shift in the next qualifier soon.
So we have seen a change in the meta over the past month or so.
Yep, with point guard Ben Simmons, Pink Diamond T-Mac, Yao Ming, and of course Giannis. There's a lot of big lineups out there.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, for Vancouver. They're well aware that starting the season on the road can make for
the 2K Sports pregame show.
It can be a circus. David, thanks. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler. And then on Friday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers. Let's check out Vancouver's starting lineup. They've got Ben Simmons. Jabari Parker is out there with Vucevic. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Harden in at the 2 spot. And for Boston, they've got Jordan Clarkson. Antetokounmpo is out there with Igoudala. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Rose in at the 1 spot. And Simmons kicks to Rubio. Now here's Vucevic. There's the pass to Harden. Shoots over Clarkson. Harden's shot is off. Pass to Clarkson. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around, and he's off on his first shot of the game. Here's Harden. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Well, adjusting to the NBA game for this latest class of rookies, Doris. Always growing pains, a feeling out process. It's always interesting to watch that team put together.
There are, Kev. There always seem to be a couple of welcome to the NBA moments as a rookie. Certainly you might take your lumps here and there, but this is a talented young group. Can't wait to see what they do.
I can't either. Harden outside. Here's Simmons. Back to Harden. Lays it up off the glass.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Shot clock at 5. Giannis drives in.
And that's what Jabari Parker has to his advantage on defense. Use that length to challenge the shot. Nice.
Passes it to Harden. From deep three-point range. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Rose dishes to Antetokounmpo. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
No, Kevin, no one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Pass to Harden. Takes the 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists in the game.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Giannis passes to Clarkson. Whiteside the bounce pass. Here's Giannis. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Parker. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Vancouver. 6-point lead. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Jabari Parker is a natural-born scorer. He understands how to make the defense commit the foul.
Vancouver shooting their first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
Well, you know this about guys coming out of the city of Chicago. They usually play with great instincts and are thirsty scorers, and that's what Jabari Parker is.
And Parker drops them both. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And here's Rose. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Takes the 13-footer. The shot that time not on target. So Vancouver will take it the other way.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis.
Harden outside. Vucevic down low. He's covered by Whiteside. Here's Clarkson. Boston again missing. Vancouver leading by 8. Parker kicks to Harden. Parker trying to free himself up. Harden's shot is good.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Now Rose still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Igoudala's drive. Shot to stop the run. Whiteside, no good.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Igoudala finds Whiteside, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 36 points a game, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. And you love his anticipation, all those steals. He's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
There's a sneakiness, a craftiness. You think he's not watching, and suddenly he's taking the ball in the other direction.
Here's Rubio. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Igoudala dishes to Antetokounmpo. No good on that one. Good D by Parker.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Can they get it? And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
Let's remember, we're talking about a fundamentally sound player. Nikola Vucevic gifted at fooling defenders with that pump fake.
Vancouver shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. free throw drops for Vucevic. 7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic has a big, strong body with great footwork inside doors, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now, make no mistake.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Rose passes to Giannis. Here's Clarkson. A three-pointer, no good. And Simmons has got the ball here for Vancouver. Parker kicks to Rubio. Back to Parker. Simmons feeling it out a bit. And here's Harden for three. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight. Boston trails by 19.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Parker with the steal. And the pass to Simmons. He kicks it to Vucevic. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Rose. Will it go? Count it. Good.
Boy, what a warrior Derrick Rose is. This guy gets buckets. Through contact out there, so tough.
Rubio outside to the wing right side. With the floater. Here's Vucevic. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. Clarkson against Harden. Clarkson passes to Antetokounmpo. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Boston. Will Barton, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rose. Jackson, he's checked in for Vancouver. Here's Antetokounmpo. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Giannis has got 6.
What a great look by Andre Igoudala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
Vucevic finds Harden. Launches it. Moves back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. For Vancouver, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And the first one drops. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durants, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. Here's Herro. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Vucevic. Boston shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Well, some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Down low, stolen by Zubac. Harden dishes to Jackson. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And Vancouver leads by 20.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Barton passes to Noel. He gets it in there.
Look, Kev, he might have a wiry frame, but Nerlens Noel has deceptive strength. Makes the D look helpless there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Kyle Korver. He's checked in for James Harden.
One shot.
And, you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
Outside Korver. Passes to Oubre. Here's Anthony. And he drops it in from the low post.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Pass to Barton, uncovered, and he comes up with the deuce.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Oubre against Barton. Second shot opportunity, and it's Oubre laying it in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Barton with it. Now the pass to Herro. Korver with the defensive effort. Vancouver leading by 19. Outside Jackson. Off target from outside. And so Beverly will bring it up for Boston. Here's Herro. Barton, wide open, he fires, kept alive, whiteside, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Yeah, and the presence of whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
A shot by Anthony, no good.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Barton, no luck.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Jackson misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
James Harden getting it done for Vancouver. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And pronouncing Giannis Antetokounmpo's name correctly has been a challenge.
The worst I've ever heard was my...
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
I got balls. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And when you consider how Vancouver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Vancouver, look at who they've got. They've got Anthony. Kyle Korver is out there with Jackson. Then there's Oubre, and it's Zubac in at the 5. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in. Zubac has got the first basket of the second quarter for Vancouver.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Barton inside the line, and that one hits back iron.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. A lot of players have taken their game to another level. A lot of improvement they've done individually. Any surprises that have caught your eye, Doris, over the years?
Yeah, I would say probably maybe the greatest single individual leap I've ever seen is by the reigning most improved player, and that's Paschall Siakam. Couldn't get in the rotation consistently in the postseason, and then became such an integral part of an NBA championship team. Kemba Walker, who is an all-star caliber player, all-NBA level guy, continues to stay in the lab and keep improving. So a ton of guys, Domantas Sabonis, another young big who's been incredible. Just great to see guys progress.
They get it back, and slam dunk by Noel.
Don't you love how Noel just sticks with it, never gives up on the possession, working really hard for his guys.
Jackson kicks to Korver. Outside Anthony. And the rejection by Noel. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Pass to Zubac. That's tipped. Stolen by Beverly. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Jackson against Beverly. And it's blocked. Anthony against Barton. To the paint. Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Jackson against Beverly. Oubre, good. Oubre's got his second bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, Kelly Oubre Jr. can play with confidence on the interior, and that's a result of his vertical.
To the inside. And Barton throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Passes it to Anthony. And stolen by Noel. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Beverly knows his role well. Excellent at zipping the ball over to his teammates.
It'll be Vancouver with their first time out of the game here. Some changes for Boston. Andre Igoudala is checked in for Will Barton. Clarkson comes in for Herro. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. So Vancouver going with almost an entire new group here. Vucevic checked in for Zubac. Parker comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Simmons checked in for Kelly Oubre. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And the dunk by Giannis.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Here's Parker. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Vucevic. Over Noel. Rebound, Boston.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Here's Rose. The pass to Clarkson. And the lead is down inside single digits. Clarkson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Igoudala against Simmons. Parker trying to free himself up. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got 4 rebounds now tonight. Rubio against Rose. Vucevic dishes to Simmons. Kicks it out to Rubio. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 8 here in this one already. Parker against Antetokounmpo. He jams right over Jabari Parker.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Boston shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Boston making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. And Vancouver also making a switch. James Harden, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. It was such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career, and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Throw it down, young fella. Simmons is explosive and without a doubt one of my favorite dunkers.
Rose passes to Igoudala. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Rose against Rubio. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
Boston shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Well, the knee issues robbed Derrick Rose of some of his athleticism, but maybe more importantly, he lost that development time. Still a big-time player, though, every time he takes the floor.
Rubio, the pass to Harden. And Whiteside sends it back. Here's Igoudala, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Ben Simmons.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
One of the things you have to admire about Andre Iguodala is his ability to fit in any part of the lineup. Whether he's starting, whether he's coming off the bench, the ability to fill in from any position 1 through 4. Absolutely incredible.
And so he makes both from the line. And with Igoudala, he has the experience to guard and match up against Dorse any position.
And what you've seen lately is Igoudala being deployed more and more as an undersized power forward. But even then, one moment he'll act as a 4, and the next minute he's the de facto point guard. What a luxury to have that kind of versatility.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Vancouver leading by 6. Harden kicks to Simmons. Here's Vucevic, and Boston with the rebound. Giannis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Clarkson. Off target with his 3. Vancouver shooting 44% from the field in the second. Here's Harden. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Clarkson surveying the floor. Puts it up from 17. Igoudala, no good. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Harden, the shot, no good. And it's Boston the other way. And it's Igoudala missing. Here's Vancouver with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Harden's shot is off.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Barton comes in for Andre Igoudala. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Clarkson.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Harden the pass to Vucevic. Parker surveying the floor. Pass to Simmons. Vucevic trying to get open. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You just have to be more careful with Simmons. So brilliant at throwing the D off guard.
For Vancouver, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. That's good from Simmons. Vancouver making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And Simmons drops them both.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year. Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
Inside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Pass to Vucevic. Harden against Rose. To the middle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Here's Giannis. Vancouver pulls it in. 1:02 left in the second quarter. Simmons finds Anthony. And yes, it's good. Anthony's got 5.
You know, Kev, the speed of Carmelo Anthony can catch you off guard. You know, you don't expect it from a player his size.
Now, here's Whiteside. 14 points from him the last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Yeah, a terrific defensive effort along with that. 4 blocks in the game. Huge lift defensively for them.
Rose against Harden. There's Jackson with the 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Harden against Rose. And here's Harden. From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's Vancouver up 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Kyle, impressive first half, and the guys seemed in control. I figure you're pleased with the team's performance so far.
Yeah, I thought we let up some in the second quarter, though. We're just going to keep on playing.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. James Harden was the man in the first. He ended up with 17 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, they were consistent from downtown. The playmakers found open shooters and
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
Antetokounmpo is out there with Igoudala. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Rose in at point guard. That's the Boston 5. For Boston, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And Vancouver with the possession here. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. The 3 from Harden. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 11 rebounds in the game. Rose scanning the floor. Pass to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love, Greg, is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
The pass to Simmons. Shot clock at 6. They're trying to free himself up. Vucevic, he's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
How about those instincts from the 7-footer? Vucevic uses that size to snag offensive rebounds.
Back to Igoudala. Outside, Antetokounmpo. That one falls. Coming off Igoudala's feet. Giannis has got the game tied up here for Boston. And so Simmons will bring it up for Vancouver. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Rubio outside. Vancouver needs to get off a shot here. Vucevic with the bucket.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Rose dishes to Giannis. Vancouver pulls it in. Vucevic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Rose against Simmons. Pass to Vucevic. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And it's a 4-point Vancouver lead.
Well, such a polished scorer. Vucevic doesn't mind absorbing hits. He will power through it.
Here's Rose. Here's Whiteside. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got rebound number 13 with that last one. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Shot clock reset for Vancouver. Harden draws the double. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. Great showing for him last season. 3rd in scoring, 6th in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy. Herro's checked in for Boston. And Vancouver also making a switch. Oubre's checked in. Now a timeout called by Boston. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. James Harden, number 1. 3rd is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
Rose kicks to Giannis. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the career path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Herro. The kick out to Rose. The second chance effort. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Vancouver, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Oubre.
Now you look at the physical gifts for Kelly Oubre. 6'7", but with a 7'2" wingspan. He's a terrific leaper, and he's got great potential defensively.
And both free throws good for Oubre. Boston trails by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Igoudala, the pass to Giannis. The shot's good on the assist by Igoudala. Igoudala's got 3 assists in the game. Rubio against Rose. Now here's Vucevic. Tight defense on him. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
For Boston, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. Kicks to Giannis. Passes it to Rose. Vucevic with the block.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Boston. It's a 5-point game. Yes, that goes in. And it's 9 points for Rose.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Harden. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
And it's in there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Giannis against Oubre. Pass to Harden. Now Zubac. And Whiteside sends it back. And so it looks like Vancouver will retain possession here. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Boston. And Vancouver also making a switch. Anthony's checked in. Clock at 6. The pass to Zubac. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Barton's checked in for Igoudala. And Vancouver also making a switch. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Boston trailing. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And it goes down 2 points.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Launches a 3. It's good from long range. Now it's a 6-point Vancouver lead.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Here's Harden. He kicks it to Carmelo. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Harden scanning the floor. Offline with his 3.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
Giannis passes to Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Now a timeout call by Vancouver.
All right, a chance to look at some stats for Will Barton. Last season's performance for him. Last season, he averaged 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the way. That one drops for him. Anthony's got 7.
Boy, Melo has made a name for himself with his mid-range game, and you can see why right there.
Beverly, the pass to Barton. Pass to Herro. Whiteside with it. Barton in the corner. 3 on the clock. There's the lob. And
Gentlemen. My goodness, step back.
That was incredible. Jackson against Beverly. Left side Jackson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Boston the other way. Over to the wing for the tie. And that one's good. Beverly Beverly's got it all tied up now for Boston.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Poked loose, stolen by Beverly. To the paint for the lead. Here's Herro. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
For Boston, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
It should be a 2-point lead, but they'll be satisfied to have edged into the lead.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Jackson passes to Harden. Softly drops in the floater. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Now a timeout called by Boston. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Boston making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Barton finds Clarkson. Five on the clock. Here's Giannis. Oh!
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
First one falls for him.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Simmons checked in for Vancouver. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so Clarkson will bring it up for Boston. They lead by 1. Whiteside against Zubac. Antetokounmpo dishes to Beverly. No good on the 3.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Clarkson. Vancouver pulls it in. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Inside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 10 assists. And Beverly kicks to Whiteside. Knocked away. Passes it to Barton. Just 5 on the clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
The first one falls. Parker's checked in for Zubac. That one is no good.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Harden, that's good.
And you talk about the best ball handlers in the league. Don't forget about James Harden.
Boston trailing. Beverly, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jabari Parker. For Boston, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. That free throw, no good. That's off as well, so he misses both.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
Harden's shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now, and that one misses.
Well, free throw shooting is a constant cause of concern for them, and today that concern has been front and center.
And he's good on the second. Vancouver shooting 42% from the field here in the third. Clarkson against Harden. Six to shoot.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Vancouver leads by 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Vancouver, looking at who they've got. Parker out there with Anthony. Then it's Simmons. And there's Jackson. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard position. Anthony's shot is off. Boston shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Whiteside trying to break free. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on James Harden. Occupying that instant offense role, Doris. Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Andre Igoudala is checked in for Will Barton. And it's Rose in for Patrick Beverly. Rose against Rubio. Shot from free throw range. Rebound Boston.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Harden. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Rose dishes to Whiteside. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Whiteside's got the lead up to 6 now for Boston. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Vancouver. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
That's it. He can handle it. He can pass it. Rubio, the straw that stirs the drink.
Igoudala outside. Rose against Rubio. Now here's Rose. Defense right on him. Shakes over Rubio. Rose no good. Vancouver trails by 4. Now Rubio. Harden left side. Here's Parker. Count the basket and the foul. They get Andre Igoudala.
Listen, Jabari Parker can flat out score. We know this.
Free throw no good for Parker. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And that one good from Clarkson.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And Simmons kicks to Rubio. Pass to Harden. Here's Vucevic. Shoots over Clarkson. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Vucevic.
Boy, there's no question Vucevic has got offensive skill. When he gets to his spots, he is so effective.
Rose passes to Igoudala. Back to Rose. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Harden. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's to the inside. Right side. Count that one. And now a 6-point Boston lead.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Vancouver shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Harden dishes to Vucevic from the baseline. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists here tonight.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Clarkson on the wing. No good from outside. Vancouver trails by 4. Parker kicks to Simmons. And there's the pass to Vucevic. Parker outside. Pass to Simmons. Over Rose. And Boston with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Excellent D there from Parker. For Vancouver, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the connection Simmons has with his guys? Once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
Here's Clarkson. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
Rubio, the pass to Simmons. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Harden outside. A 3-pointer off the mark.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Rose kicks to Antetokounmpo. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 6 now for Boston. For Vancouver, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Outside, Simmons. Vucevic to the pass. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Here's Rose. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Boston leading by 5. Stolen by Rubio. And it's Parker in the corner. And he makes good on the way up.
You have to love Jabari Parker's work ethic and relentless approach. That time going right through contact. Nice.
Rose against Rubio. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Back to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Vucevic with the block. Rubio with it. Kicks to Harden. Down low. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question, Greg. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Harden gets the bucket.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Passes to Whiteside. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Here's Harden. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Harden's got 11 in the second half.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Now, Kevin, we know this about Derrick Rose. He never ducks these moments. He's fearless, this guy.
Simmons passes to Parker. Vancouver working the ball around now. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, just great. Whenever Simmons takes over a possession like that, what a killer instinct.
Rose finds Giannis. And then jammed down as he goes right over to Vucevic.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Free throw good. Giannis. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Vancouver. He kicks to Vucevic. Back to Harden. Jacks up a 3. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
Here's Rose, and again it's Boston converting.
And Derrick Rose knows how to score under duress of a defender, and he does so there.
Harden against Clarkson. Harden draws the double. Rubio with a wide open look. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Oh, give credit to Rubio. Tough-minded individuals tend to excel in big moments.
Giannis with it. He's picked up by Parker. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's against Parker.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Rubio in the corner. From beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Parker kicks to Rubio. Pass to Harden. Three-pointer. He's off on that one. And it's Boston the other way. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rose. And it's Boston with another.
Oh, Kevin, that is unbelievable. One of the best big shot makers this game has ever seen.
Harden against Clarkson. Looking to end his cold spell. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Inside. Whiteside kicks to Clarkson. Igoudala outside. 2 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
Boy, Andre Igoudala is such a physical player. His frame allows him to take contact and get a shot at the goal.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, the veteran leadership, the unselfish attitude, and the versatility of Andre Igoudala, to me, this guy is excellent at whatever is asked of him.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Harden, no good. And he commits the intentional foul. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Now a timeout called by Vancouver. They're behind by 6. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. And again, it's Vancouver missing.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Now a timeout called by Vancouver. They're trailing by 7. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
And here's Anthony from the arc. He can't hit that time. So we see Boston get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin.
Our defense turned to offense, and it worked out for us tonight. We definitely don't want to be in that situation, but we just fall.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.